we've made it to the end of the month. It's the fourth Monday of the month, and that means it's time for another 5 Fun Facts Small Bite episode for you. In a 5 Fun Fact episode, I get to pick a topic of interest related to health and wellness and share a few fun facts. Somewhere in the vicinity of 5, might be 3, might be 10, I don't know, depends on the subject. So what are we talking about today? Today on episode number 27, I'm talking about legumes. Here's a question for you. Why shouldn't secrets be kept in a garden? Because potatoes have eyes, corn has ears, and beans talk. All right, today, Lima talk about legumes, so please listen up. Fun fact number 1. What's a legume? What the heck am I talking about? Okay, legumes include all the beans. That's lima, navy, black, red, adzuki, mung, cannellini. I could go on and on. Lots of different types of beans. Also, legumes include peas, lentils, soybeans, and chickpeas. Now, when we're talking about eating a plant-based diet, a lot of times you'll hear people say, eat your beans and legumes, but that's kind of redundant. Really, we should say, eat your beans and other legumes, because beans are legumes. But it gets a little confusing because green beans are not beans. They're not legumes. They're actually a vegetable, and peanuts are a legume. They're a bean. Coffee beans are the pit of a coffee cherry, which is a fruit. So just to make it even more confusing, you might hear about something called pulses when people talk about legumes. So what are pulses? Basically, they're just the dried form of the legumes. So if you go to the grocery store and you see all the bags of dried beans, dried lentils, split peas, all of those things, those are pulses. I don't think people really use that term too much, but you may come across it. All right, fun fact number 2. Let's talk about the history. Legumes have been around since the time of the dinosaurs. In fact, they're among the oldest of cultivated crops by humans, and archaeologists have found evidence of beans in the Middle East dated back 7,500 years. They're eaten in every part of the world, and they have been for centuries. Fun fact number 3, there are approximately 13,000 different species of legumes, and this makes the family Leguminosae the second largest family in the plant kingdom. Fun fact number 4. They are a cheap source of protein. Most people know that. Beans are super high in protein. In fact, just 1 cup of beans can give you a third of your entire protein requirement for the day. Ranking legumes from highest to lowest in terms of protein content, we have edamame or soybeans at the top. They have over 30 grams of protein per cup, and that's close to 2/3 of your daily recommended amount. And then lentils have around 18 grams. Most beans are somewhere in the vicinity of 15 grams per cup, and peanuts come in last place. They have around 7 grams of protein per cup. Fun fact number 5. If you've listened to more than one episode of my podcast, you know that I love to talk about fiber. Beans are very well known for their remarkable fiber content and, some of its unwanted side effects. Because of the amazing health benefits of fiber, regular consumption of legumes can reduce your risk of all of the chronic diseases plaguing adults and many children in developed countries. And this includes, but is not limited to, heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and cancer. Eating legumes every day has been shown to lower cholesterol better than medication. That's right, those statins that your doctor prescribed to bring down your cholesterol and can be associated with lots of side effects and may be really expensive. You may get a better effect just by eating beans on a daily basis. They can help you maintain a healthy weight. They reduce inflammation, and they support a healthy immune system. They can bring your blood pressure down, and another of my favorite topics, they will keep your gut microbiome healthy. And last, it goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyways, high fiber foods help you poop. So eat more beans. Now, aside from the potential to give you a little bit of gas or bloating, are there any negative effects on our health associated with beans, lentils, other legumes? You may have heard some social media influencers claiming that beans are bad for you because they contain something called anti-nutrients. What's an anti-nutrient? An anti-nutrient is a compound found in many plant-based foods that can block the absorption of other nutrients. For beans, the main anti-nutrient compounds are phytates and lectins, and these two compounds can reduce the absorption of minerals like calcium, magnesium, iron, phosphorus, and zinc. While these effects are well documented, they can be minimized just by soaking and cooking your beans. And let's face it, none of us are eating dried beans. Also, these compounds, these anti-nutrients, may actually have some of their own health benefits. Phytates have been shown to lower cholesterol, and they may reduce spikes in blood sugar by slowing the rate of digestion. They may also have antioxidant activity. The bottom line is, the wide-ranging health benefits of eating a diet rich in legumes far outweigh any negative effect of these anti-nutrients. So don't fall for the sensationalism of social media influencers claiming that beans are killing us. Now, because legumes are so amazing, you're going to get some extra fun facts. So, fun fact number 6, legumes may actually help you live longer. Many people have heard about the blue zones. Those are the areas of the world where people regularly live to be over 100. When researchers studied the diets of people living in those blue zones, and these are places all over the world, and the number one food that they have in common, you guessed it, it's beans. And the final fun fact for today, fun fact number 7, legumes are great for the planet. They release up to 7 times less greenhouse gas emissions per area, so like per acre, than any other crop. And not only that, they can actually sequester carbon into the soil. That means they take the carbon and put it into the soil, which further helps to reduce the effects of climate change. They also make their own nitrogen from the atmosphere, and they put that into the soil. That's called nitrogen fixing, and that reduces the need for all the toxic fertilizers. It's been known for centuries that if you rotate your crops and include beans in the rotation, you're going to have healthier soil, and your other crops will grow better. So that's it for this small bite fun fact episode. It's been a blast. If you enjoyed this episode, please take a minute to follow the Eat Your Greens podcast on whichever app you use. And if you are feeling extra motivated, go ahead and give it a 5-star rating and leave a review. If you'd like a free guide to transitioning to a plant-forward lifestyle, you can go to the Eat Your Greens website and subscribe. That's www.eatgreenswithdrblack.com. Thanks for listening. And don't forget to eat your greens. Please be aware that this podcast provides general health information about nutrition and feeding of infants and children and is meant for educational purposes only. It's not intended to replace the important relationship between a parent, child, and pediatrician. If you have concerns about your child's nutrition, health, or growth, please consult your doctor.